for the 89th time in college football. Alabama is 5-2, but the Tide is unranked. They are still a dangerous Crimson Tide team, as always, and Alabama is 2-2 in the Southeastern Conference. Tennessee, on the other hand, 5-1, and the surprising Volunteers have scored 30 or more points in 5 of their 6 games. And they're coming off a tremendous 51-33 come-from-behind win at Georgia, a win that boosted them back into the top 10 and got a lot of respect back for their program. Today, it's Tennessee and Alabama coming up next. It's a beautiful day for football on this, the third Saturday in October, as Tennessee takes on Alabama from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Neyland Stadium. I'm Randy Smith, along with David Crane and Pat Ryan. And David Crane, I'll talk to you first, because I would imagine Bear Bryant, General Neyland, they're smiling today on what a great day for football.
Absolutely picture perfect here in Knoxville for the Tide and the Vols. Back on the third Saturday in October where it's supposed to be, coming off a game that would have made those two guys proud a year ago, a 6-3 Alabama win in what was a defensive slugfest. And
it could be a lot different, but this is a special game. Pat, you played in this series.
Yeah, it is. And when you sign with Tennessee, rivals come and go. Florida's in, LSU's in, Georgia's in. When you sign with Tennessee, Alabama is the team you signed to beat.
All right, let's take a look at the recent scores of this series. Alabama leads the all-time series, but Tennessee's been successful in the last decade, but that average margin per victory, less than 10 points per ball game. And Tennessee has won 9 of the last 11, but Alabama won last year, and they've won 2 of the last 4. David, a big question mark for the Crimson Tide going in, replacing all the offense for Brody Croyle. John Parker Wilson has gotten it done.
Really has. The sophomore has been outstanding as the starting quarterback for Alabama. Folks have made the Alabama offense as productive as it has been. Struggled at times in the red zone, but they've been moving it pretty well all season long.
Now, Tennessee's last game 2 weeks ago, they totally dominated Georgia, especially in the second half. The secondary did a super job for the Volunteers.
The secondary fueled the fire down at Georgia. Hefney, Corley, Stewart, Wade, those guys came up and made a lot of big plays. Had 3 interceptions in the second half, 5 tackles for loss, and 24 tackles in the ball game. Those guys turned the tide in that ball game. They've got their work cut out for them this week, because a real threat with a dynamic duo that Alabama brings at them, but I think they'll be up for the task.
Tennessee came into the game earlier in the week a 12-point favorite, but forget about that. In this series, favorites absolutely mean nothing. And on the field, the tee is being formed on a beautiful, beautiful fall afternoon here at Neyland Stadium. For the fans in crimson and the fans in orange, once again, it's football time in Tennessee.
To keep your car.
Alabama this afternoon. Alabama in their road white with crimson. Tennessee with Coach Philip Fulmer in their home orange and white. The captains have already met at midfield. Tennessee wins the toss this afternoon. They will defer till the second half. So Tennessee is set to kick off, and Alabama will receive. The weather report couldn't get any better. 20% humidity. And it almost makes me, David and Pat, want to suit up and get on the field.
I tell you what, you couldn't order up a better day for the third Saturday in October.
Making the drive up yesterday from Tuscaloosa. Got to see the leaves changing all the way up. Just, it feels right playing the Vols on this Saturday.
Philip Fulmer, 15 seasons at Tennessee. His team is 5-1 right now, and his career record, 133 wins, 38 losses. That winning percentage makes him the winningest active coach in college football. Mike Shula for the Crimson Tide in his 4th year as the boss at Alabama, 25-19, but he inherited a program that was short on scholarships, short on community faith after the Crimson Tide had gone through 3 coaches in 4 years, and one of them never coached a game, that being Mike Price. But Mike Shula has come in and And even though the Tide is unranked and they've struggled, David, they're 5-2. They're still looking at a very good season.
Really are, and have played well on the road this year. They lost in double overtime to Arkansas, a game they should have won, and they played very well at Florida. The Gators had a good second half. That was the difference in that ball game. Turnovers also the key in Gainesville. John Parker Wilson, 3 interceptions. He cannot afford to turn it over here in Knoxville today.
Your SEC's active scoring leader, James Wilhoit, will kick it off for the Volunteers as they go right to left on your screen. Alabama, Rashad Johnson and Javier Arenas will be back deep to receive the kick from Wilhoit. Not an empty seat in the house. Some standing. Wilhoit, foot into the football, a yard deep in the end zone, dropped, and they will stay there. Javier Arenas thought better of trying to run it out, especially after he bobbled it. So Alabama takes over, first down and 10 at the Crimson Tide 20-yard line.
So important, Randy, for Alabama to get off to a good start. 2 years ago, came up here low on offensive weapons, turned it over on, I believe, the second snap of the game. It was a scoop and score for the Volunteers. Alabama fighting uphill the rest of the day. Cannot afford to help Tennessee.
John Parker Wilson opens at quarterback. Kenneth Darby is his running back. Alabama will show you a lot of offensive formations and sets. Tennessee shifts. Wilson to Darby. Tennessee's got him behind the line. That's a loss of about 2, and Darby goes nowhere.
Well, Alabama gives you a lot of different looks, as you said, Rennie, and they like to shift a lot to try to create confusion. That time, Gerard Mayo, they didn't fool him a bit. He and Mitchell shot straight up the middle, slow Darby down, and get him for the loss.
Andre Smith, Justin Britt, Antoine Caldwell, B.J. Stabler, no kin to Kenny Stabler up front. Darby, McClain, McCall, Hall, and Brown are the receivers for Alabama. Second down and 12. John Parker Wilson back to throw. It's caught near the 24-yard line and immediately dropped. Making the reception is D.J. Hall. That's a McLaughlin and Reynolds up front for Tennessee. Carl, Marvin Mitchell, Gerard Mayo at the linebackers. Stewart, Morley, Hefty, and Wade at the secondary. Third down and 5 for Alabama. Wilson out of the shotgun, throws it, caught by Hall. First down out to the 32-yard line. And Wilson 2 for 2 in passing thus far today, both short games. First down and 10, Alabama at the 31-yard line. Draw play, Darby, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even lost a yard. Marvin Mitchell makes the tackle, and it will be second down and 11 for Alabama.
Well, Mitchell makes a lot of tackles, leads the team in tackles with 56 total. That time, he's got his eye on Darby, tries to come up the middle. Mitchell wasn't having any of it.
Kenneth coming off his best performance of the season, 162 yards last week against Ole Miss. He's the guy that gets better and better typically as the game goes along.
As a sophomore against Tennessee, rushed for 86 yards, had 93 last year. Still looking to break 100 against the Volunteers. Second down, 11. Wilson drops straight back. Mitchell's coming on him. He dumps it off to Darby. He dropped the football. It's incomplete. Tennessee was coming hard after John Parker Wilson right up the middle.
Yeah, they came after Parker Wilson hard, but they had the screen set up. They had something there. Tennessee in man coverage. Everybody's down the field with their back turned. He just doesn't handle the football. He catches that. He's got some yardage ahead of him.
Third down and 11 as you look at the numbers for sophomore quarterback John Parker Wilson. Certainly met all the expectations of Alabama fans and coaches, but now he's faced with his second third down of this game with Tennessee. Third and 11 out of the shotgun. Wilson throws it. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Tennessee had 2 men defending D.J. Hall on the left sideline. It's fourth down for the Crimson Tide, and Alabama will punt the football.
Well, you don't make a lot of third and longs. That's third and 11. Had double coverage on the left side. He tried to fit it in on the sideline, but really made a nice throw. If his guy doesn't catch it, it's out of bounds. They punt the football.
A.J. Fitzgerald will stand inside his 20 to punt it away. Gets it kicked away, a fairly short kick taken by Hefney. Little running room to the left, got around the left side. Hefney at the 50. Fitzgerald has a shot and gets him inside the Alabama 35-yard line. A.J. Fitzgerald made a touchdown-saving tackle for Alabama.
Well, Hefney does a good job of catching his football and splitting two guys right off the bat and then making a quick cut to the outside. Alabama loses contain. He goes down the sideline, and the punter's got to make the tackle.
Hefney picks up a 38-yard return after a 26-yard return after a 36-yard punt by Fitzgerald. Timeout. Tennessee, Alabama, scoreless, and we'll be back. Tennessee's defense off to a good start, especially defending the run.
Oh yeah, they're coming after Darby, especially Marvin Mitchell. He's got his eye on him. Made 2 big tackles in that series.
This was a big play. Tide had a screen set up that would have gone for big yards. Kenneth Darby dropped it. That set up the 3rd and long and unable to hook it up.
First down Tennessee at the Alabama 37-yard line. Haynes straight back to throw. Going deep down the field. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by defender number 2. That's Simeon Castile for Alabama.
Great coverage by Castile on that play.
Over with Corey Anderson and LaMarcus Coker in the backfield. Jason Swain goes into motion to the far side. Delay. Big hole. Coker inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Finally dropped by Simeon Castile, but not before Coker picks up 8 yards.
Just a good run by Coker because that ball, that play's supposed to go off right tackle. He does a good job of cutting back to the middle, found a good seam, and made a nice strong run.
Here are your starters, the Tennessee offensive line: Aaron Sears, David Ligon, Josh McNeil, Anthony Parker, and Eric Young. Coker, Cottom, Brown, the 2 tight ends. Brett Smith, Robert Meacham, the receivers. Of course, Eric Haynes is the quarterback. The give to Coker. Not much there. Nothing. Jeremy Clark runs into Coker. Tennessee with a 46-yard field goal right down the middle for James Wilhoit. Casey Woods will hold. And a timeout by Tennessee.
Timeout. Tennessee,
talk about
that is their first charge timeout of this half.
Now, Wilhoit, 7 out of 8 on the year, but his longest being from 51 yards. Right down the middle, 46 yards. Casey Woods will hold. The kick is away, and it is no good. He hooked it too far to the left. And Alabama, after the long punt return by Hefney a moment ago, gets a break. Timeout. 9:55 to go in the first quarter. Alabama gets the ball. When we come back, there is no score. In the game, a lot of big plays, but no scores yet. Tennessee misses a 46-yard field goal by Wilhoit, and it set him up for a field goal was that 26-yard punt return by Jonathan Hefney. And it is close to Halloween.
Well, everybody misses some, but that's one that he would definitely like to have back. Would have put him up 3 points in pretty good shape.
Alabama starts at the Tennessee 29. Parker, Darby gains a yard. Gerard Mayo makes the tackle after a 1-yard pickup by Darby, who has now carried the football 3 times and has picked up -2 yards total.
Came into the year with a chance, still has a pretty good chance to become the all-time leading rusher at Alabama, but he tweaked a knee in the preseason, had a hip pointer in the first game, and he's really just now getting back to close to 100%.
There is numbers, 586 yards. Second down 9, quick drop, and the pass intended for Matt Caddell on the left flat, too high from John Parker Wilson. And for the 3rd time this game, Alabama's faced with 3rd and long.
They tried a bubble screen out to the left. It was covered pretty well. Pass. Well, Alabama's hitting on about 47% of their 3rd downs coming into this ball game, but you're not going to stay at 47% when you're going 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11.
They're 50% today. Out of the shotgun, Wilson under pressure, scrambles away. Tennessee has him inside the 35. It'll be 4th down and about 6. Chasing him down, Xavier Mitchell.
Well, Tennessee brought the blitz from the left side. I believe that was Mayo coming in and putting on the pressure. Wilson really does a good job just to avoid the sack and get something positive out of this. He never had a chance.
Something you would not have seen a year ago with Brody Croyle. He could not have escaped that pressure and gotten anything positive out of that play.
B.J. Fitzgerald stands at his 20 to punt it away. Gets a better punt this time. Hefner will back up. Take it at his 21. Sidesteps, gets away from one guy, 2 guys, crosses the 25, actually picked up about 5 yards on the return, but a much better punt that time from Fitzgerald, 47 yards.
And obviously better coverage, too.
So Tennessee puts it in play, 1st down and 10, and they'll mark it at the 26-yard line of the Volunteers.
Alabama defense, Randy, has done a great job this season of taking the ball away. 17 takeaways this season. They did not get a turnover last week in the overtime win over Ole Miss. Always in rivalry games, defense, special teams, and turnovers could be a big key.
1st down and 10, Ainge at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 right. The lone setback is Coker. Alabama fakes a blitz. I don't think they're coming. They're not. Ainge just a little bit behind Jason Swain. And Pat, how much did his bum ankle bother him from coming back to catch that ball?
Well, the Alabama kid, you knew he wanted to play in this ball game. I think that was more of just a bad throw than Swain not being able to get out to it. Eric got bothered a little bit by the strong safety Jeffrey Dukes, and he tried to throw it just a little too wide.
Ainge 0 for 2, and nothing there for Coker. Terrence Jones makes the tackle, and now Tennessee faced with a 3rd down and 10. Alabama with a 3-man defensive front. Ainge is changing the play. I think they're going to send 4, maybe 5. We'll see. They send 4. Ainge lobbing it, overthrown, intended down the right sideline for Lucas Taylor. Ramsey Robinson was defending.
He's down here to throw it early.
Colquitt, high booming punch, going to back up. Javier Arenas got away from one man, got a block, back up the middle, spinning, crossing the 30, and Alabama gets a decent return from Arenas that time, following a long punt by Colquitt that covered 56 yards.
It is the 3rd Saturday in October, and everything feels right as long as there's a Colquitt punting for Tennessee. Javier Arenas, a true freshman for Alabama. He is absolutely fearless. I don't think he has called a fair catch.
Missed the tackle, and then he put on a couple of nice moves and make something really positive out of the play.
John Parker Wilson in at quarterback. Play action, good protection, rolling, throwing, pass caught by Hall, and he's tackled. Going to be a bit shy of the 1st down, but not much, making the
sides to have at least one of those guys nicked up a little bit.
All 3 catches today, 22 yards. 2nd down, 1st down. Jimmy Johns crosses the 45. He's in a tailback for Alabama. 1st down, Crimson Tide at the Alabama 42. Wilson, straight drop, throws it, caught. Going out of bounds is Will Oakley. Tennessee. Andre Smith limps off the field. 2nd down, about 2.5 for the Crimson Tide. Wilson to Johns. Big hole up the middle. 1st down, Alabama inside the Tennessee 20-yard line. Finally drugged down by Jonathan Hefney, but David, you're right. He is a bruiser. 20 is 1st down and 10. Tennessee's opponents, however, are 13 out of 13 inside the red zone. They give it inside. Darby dropped from behind back at the 20. An orange shirt got to him, and that would be Gerard Mayo from behind, a loss of a yard.
Well, that's speed from your outside linebacker. He's coming off the edge, but you don't get there unless you can really run. Run's going right. Mayo comes from the left side, gets him before he gets a chance to get anything going.
2nd down, 11. It's back to the 20-yard line. Darby still in at tailback. A fullback, Tim Castile, is in there as well. Wilson, plenty of time for the end zone, and incomplete, overthrown, intended for Oakland. And Jonathan Hefney was back defending, but you would have had to had a step ladder. Caught that.
Well, that's just good coverage by Tennessee's secondary because Wilson had all day to throw. Tennessee's bringing 4 guys. Alabama's doing a great job of keeping that pocket intact. There was just nobody to throw to. He finally took a shot at the very back end of the end zone, just a little overthrown.
While Eric Ames is 0 for 3 passing the ball, John Parker Wilson 4 of 8. And now it's 3rd down 11. This is the 3rd time Alabama's been faced with a 3rd and 11 in the first quarter. And now the Crimson Tide calls timeout.
There's a road ahead.
A good shot of the Tennessee cheerleaders. It's 3rd and 11. Alabama with the nose of the football resting right on the Tennessee 20-yard line.
Well, you know who they want to go to. That's 22 out there in the slot.
And they got it inside the 10-yard line. That's a first down and goal to go for Alabama. As making the reception, Nikita Stover, number 9.
Wilson. Well, it was a good read. Tennessee dropped in zone on that side. He knew he was going to have that open slant to the inside. He just stood right on time.
Wilson hands it to Darby. Cuts back to the right. Tennessee's got him inside the 10. Basically no gain. He might have picked up a foot. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Tucker Fry was the first guy through to slow him down, grab him by the leg, gave his teammates a chance to clean up the mess.
McBride, one of the game captains, I think, today for Tennessee, and that's a change for Coach Fulmer. He's going game by game with the captains this year.
Well, you know, he didn't know who his leaders were going to be at the beginning of the year. Had so many new players that he decided we just go game by game and see who shows up and earns that spot. And Turk's one that's earned it every game.
9th play of the drive coming up. Wilson back to throw. Scrambling right. Being chased. Throws it away. Travis McCall, the tight end, was the intended receiver, or at least he was the closest one to the football. Xavier Mitchell was defending and coming hard after John Parker Wilson.
Yeah, the X-Man does a good job of rushing the passer, does a good job fighting to the outside, putting the pressure on Wilson, making him make a decision. He decided to throw it away.
Big play coming up for Alabama. 10th play of the drive, 3rd down and goal. It's at the Tennessee 8-yard line. Wilson back to throw. Pressure's on. Incomplete. Batted away by Tennessee's Demetrius Morley. And it will be 4th down, and the Crimson Tide sends in the field goal unit.
With it, tried to throw a crossing route in the end of the end zone to Matt Goodell, and Morley was right there on the spot. He threw it a little bit behind. Morley really probably should have intercepted that pass.
Slight angle to the right for Jamie Christensen. 25 yards away. The holder is P.J. Fitzgerald. The kick is away, and it is good. And Alabama has taken a lead with 2:38 to go in the first quarter. It's Alabama 3, Tennessee nothing. Lucas Taylor, Lamarcus Coker is back there, along with Arian Foster. So Tennessee's trying something a little bit different. Their two number 1 and 2 tailbacks are back to receive the kick. You don't see that often.
No, you don't. And they just haven't had any production out of anybody else. Last week, Coker got back there and showed some promise, made some nice runs. And then you had Arian Foster, who always runs the football. Well, they said, well, heck, we'll just put the other one back there and try him also.
Christensen takes it off. Alabama kicks it high and short. It bounces. Picked up on the run by Coker, and he gets it across the 25. That could have been really dangerous.
Oh, that you never let the football hit the ground back there. Coker almost made a horrible mistake. That ball bounces the wrong way and doesn't bounce straight up in the air where you can handle it. That could have been Alabama's ball down on the 20-yard line.
Likely would have been. Let's take a look.
And I don't know if that was an intentional sky kick. Christensen has had some problems. He kicked 2 out of bounds last week. Worked out fairly well for Alabama. Almost came away with the football, but pretty good coverage, and Tennessee starts at the 25.
Foster Foster's in at tailback for Tennessee. Ames at quarterback. Meacham comes into motion to the near side. Ames flares it out to Meacham. Caught. Meacham, first down, out to the 40-yard line. First pass completion of the day for Eric Ames, and it's good for 15 yards and a Tennessee first down. Simeon Castile, Jeffrey Dukes make the tackle.
And a really nice touch pass. Alabama's in man defense ran Meacham across the formation in motion, slipped him out the backside. Really not that bad a coverage. Ames had to drop it over the defender's head. Meacham takes it for the first down.
Meacham and Swain go wide right. They give it a big hole. Foster sidesteps one man. Down the sideline. Foster out of bounds. Inside the Alabama 40-yard line. Arian Foster, a big carry. And credit the Tennessee line with opening up a mammoth hole on the left side. 24 yards for Foster.
Yeah, David, I think you and I could have run through this hole. I mean, they just caved, the tight end caved the end down. Gave Foster a big gaping hole to run through. He had a lot of places to go there.
And once he discarded Lionel Mitchell right there, green grass in front of him, Rashad Johnson coming over to save the touchdown.
In 2 plays, Tennessee's gone from their own 26 to the Alabama 36. First down, Volunteers. Ames. Foster sweeping left side. Lost the football, but out of bounds after he picks up a couple. That's it. Terrence Jones was there making the tackle on Arian Foster.
A good job of stringing it out by Alabama's front seven.
1:15 to go here in the first quarter.
I don't know if somebody got a hand in there or if he just lost it trying to turn the corner.
I believe he got tackled from behind. Somebody stripped that body. If you're going to lose a football, that's where you want to lose it, over the sideline.
Now they say he lost a yard back to the 37, so it'll be second down and 11.
And this is where you've got to get 6-7 yards. You can't get stuck back here at third and 11.
Alabama making the blitz. Ames out of the shotgun. Plenty of time over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Meacham. That pass was very high.
Thank you for watching University of Tennessee Athletics.
Coaches, he is 2 of 7 for 30 yards and 1 interception in 1 quarter. And one of his 2 completions was good for 16 yards. Here's the pick again.
That's a long throw to make. And again, Castile just made a great break on that football.
He was in good position to start with and just made some nice catch.
First down, Alabama at their own 4-yard line. John Parker Wilson at quarterback. Gives it quickly. The fullback, nothing there. That's LaRon McClain. He might have picked up 1, if that much.
You know, Alabama's one of the few teams nowadays that still use their fullback quite a bit. In fact, they'll use them running the football in instances like that, or dump it to them out of the backfield quite a bit.
Mike Shula loves the fullback. LaRon McClain caught the pass in overtime last week to beat Ole Miss.
Second down and 10. No gain for McClain. Wilson throwing from his end zone, caught out at the 10. Pass was complete to the wide receiver Will Oakley. Picks up 6. It'll be third down and 4. Third down and 4. Alabama at the Tennessee, or rather at the Alabama 10-yard line. Tennessee's crowd trying to spur on the defense. Parker back to throw, throws it up the middle, caught. First down, Alabama. Oakley out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And how did Wilson ever get rid of that ball? 13-yard gain.
That was Danny Ainge right
exactly.
there. Yeah. What was that? That looked like a little shot. That looked like the Florida pass from a couple weeks ago, because got people in his face. Wilson sees him coming, and he just flips it up over the top. And who's there to catch it? Will Oakley.
Just out of the corner of his eye, he saw that pressure coming, kind of stepped back, ducked away, and put that one right on the money.
First down, Alabama at the 23-yard line. Crimson Tide on the move again. They lead it 3-0. Wilson hands it, sweep. This is Johns to the left. Johns running room out to the 30. Good yardage for Jimmy Johns.
Pass blocking. That time opening up a little daylight for Jimmy Johns.
Well, they got two freshmen who start on this offensive line. They snap it directly to Johns, who was in at quarterback. Kind of a different formation, wasn't it?
That's the third time this year he is lined up at quarterback. It's the first time Alabama's gotten it snapped. They've had two false starts before that, so everybody's wondered what exactly is the play going to be with Jimmy Johns at quarterback.
Other than a penalty. Yeah. Well, that's the Tebow formation. I think that's what everybody's going to start trying to do, slipping a guy in every now and then to get a runner back there. Johns is built very similar to Tebow.
Third down and 2. Big play coming up for Alabama. Tennessee trying to hold him. They give it to Johns. He gets nothing. He loses a yard. Gerard Mayo says, welcome to Neyland Stadium to Jimmy Johns, and it's 4th down and 3.
Well, that's a good stop by Tennessee defense. They needed that because they had Alabama bottled up back at the 5-yard line. They made a couple nice plays. On top of the good drive they had that led to the field goal, they needed to stop, and they got one there.
Bama went with a jumbo package. Tim Castile, the ball carrier that time. The power formation, but the ball's there to shut it down. Still not a bad possession for Alabama.
Fitzgerald gets the kick away. High. Hefney at the 20. Stutter steps, cuts back to the outside, back to the inside, and crosses the 25. He ran about 30 yards and picked up about 4. That's it. 50-yard punt by Fitzgerald, and with that, we'll take a timeout. 11:23 to go in the first half. Alabama 3, Tennessee nothing, and we'll be back in just a moment. 11:23 to go in the first half, and here's a look at the first quarter stats. Rushing yards pretty much even. Passing yards edged Alabama. 1 turnover in the game. That was the interception by Ainge. Pretty even football game. Time of possession, though, a big edge for Alabama. Ainge, play action. Throws it wide open. First down. Swain out to the 40. And he's snowed under right there after a pickup of 14 yards. That's Robert Meacham rather than Swain. So Meacham, number 3, picks up a Tennessee first down.
Well, good play action pass. It's a simple down and out by Meacham. What I like about it is Ainge went right back at Castile, the guy who picked off the last pass.
And you see the respect on the part of Tim Castile for Robert Meacham. Plenty of cushion on that side.
2 receivers right, 1 left. 5 quarters of play between Tennessee and Alabama without a touchdown. Play action again. Ainge throws it high and incomplete.
It's a three-man front, but we've seen more 4-man front Alabama so far today.
2 receivers right, delay. Foster spinning away, gets about 2. That's it. It'll be 3rd and long for Tennessee after a 2-yard pickup by Foster. Matt Collins makes the tackle for the Crimson Tide.
And
Ainge taking plenty of time to change the play. 13 on the game clock. 10 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd down and 8. Deep pass. Caught. Meacham still on his feet. First down. Meacham's got a race. He's at the 30. Inside the 20-yard line. That's Brett Smith, the receiver. Brett Smith makes the grab, and he picks up 39 yards on a Tennessee first down.
well, just a slant pattern to Smith out of the slot. He finds the opening in front of Castile. Castile missed the tackle. Smith gets outside, and when you're in man coverage, there's nobody else there. A lot of yardage after the catch.
Smith, the big game against Georgia a couple of weeks ago. Castile missing the tackle, allowing that big play to happen.
First down at the 20. Ainge back to throw. Flares it out left side. This is Foster. Foster turns the corner. Out of bounds inside the 15. He gets 6. Simeon Castile knocks him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just all that is an outside run to Foster. It just flip it, drop back, flip it out to him, get him outside the tackle box where he can use some of his moves and speed. He gets out there on Castile. Castile really does a pretty good job of bringing him down because Foster's a hard man in the open field.
He spread the field about as wide as you could possibly spread it with that play. And you're right, Castile, nice job of getting him down when he could.
4 plays, 54 yards for Tennessee this drive. 2nd down and 4. Give it to Foster, dancing inside the 10. He's got very, very close to a first down. We'll have to see where they mark it. He had to get to the 10 for the first.
You can't see the official's foot. I believe it's just on the 10-yard line. Got it just shy, just inside the 10-yard line, it looks like.
Let's take another look at the play. Big hole there. It closed up quickly, but he picks up 4. It is 3rd down and inches.
The last time we got yards like this, they ran Ainge on a sneak.
And he falls forward and gets the first down. Eric Ainge to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go for Tennessee.
I guess they figured he's the skinniest guy out there, so if you got a little small crack, he can fit through it better than the rest of the guys.
Not a whole lot can go wrong either. You don't have to risk a handoff. You're not losing yardage on a handoff to start a play. Just fall forward, follow that center, picks up the yard easily.
1st down and goal. It's at the 9-yard line. 8:08, clock moving. Tennessee down 3-0, but they're threatening to take the lead here with 6 or tie it with a 3. High formation. Now moving into motion is Meacham, who lined up at tailback out of the eye. Quick drop, batted in the air by number 94, Keith Saunders, and if he had realized where that ball was, he might have had the interception.
Making his way to Tuscaloosa. He has been very, very solid up front, starting all 8 games now on that defensive line.
2nd down and goal from the 9. And rolling right, throws it, caught by Brown. Penalty marker dropped. It was complete. He goes out of bounds at the 5 to the tight end, Chris Brown, but let's see what the penalty is about.
He threw that flag just about the time Brown caught the football. I don't know what it could be.
First penalty of the game on either team. And it costs Tennessee 5. It'll move it back to the 14-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal from the 14. Ainge throwing it. Receiver fell down. And Tennessee's wanting pass interference, but no flag. Meacham fell down as the pass went sailing into the end zone.
I think he got tangled up with one of the Alabama defensive backs. I don't know if the officials signaled it or not, but that one almost landed in the student section.
Well, he gets tripped up. Castile even pushes him from behind, but irregardless, he had to have been 30 feet tall to make that catch.
3rd down, Tennessee at the 14-yard line. Inside the 10, that's it. Ainge was leveled as he got rid of the ball. It was caught by Brett Smith. But it'll be 4th down, and Ainge is a little rattled as he comes off the field.
That's just good defense. Kynes brought the blitz straight up the middle. 55, Terrence Jones is on Ainge right away. He's got to make the quick throw to the outside. So Alabama knows he's going to have to make that quick throw. And they're just sitting on it. They're going to give you that 3 or 4 yards and make you kick that field goal.
Will Hoyt will attempt to tie this game with 6:43 to go. A 27-yard field goal. Slight angle to the right. Woods will hold. And it is away, and it is good. And we are tied at 6:26 to go in the first half. Alabama 3, Tennessee 3, and we'll be back to Neyland Stadium on this, the 3rd Saturday in October, right after these messages. Stay with us. From 27 yards out, ties it up. The Fitzgerald field goal by Alabama in the first quarter put them in front early, 3-0. Rashad Johnson and Javier Arenas will be back deep to receive the kick by Tennessee's Wilhorn. He kicks it high. It's going to be short. Arenas at the 5. Straight up the middle, tripped up over his own man, gets out to the 23, maybe the 24, and Alabama puts it in play. First down at 10. Rico McCoy makes the tackle after the 18-yard return by Arenas.
A lot of talk about the rules changes with the clock. This is a prime example. Each team has had one possession here in the second quarter, and Alabama's goal right now is probably to milk the final 6 minutes off this clock and get into the locker room no worse than tied right now.
John Parker Wilson still at quarterback. He's gone all the way. 2 backs in the backfield. Darby's the tailback. Play action. Wilson rolling, being chased by Mitchell. Dumps it out. Pass is incomplete. Through the hands of Will Oakland. Xavier Mitchell was bearing down on John Parker Wilson, and his pass was over the head of Oakland.
Well, Wilson runs pretty good. He got out there because Xavier Mitchell can run pretty good, and he couldn't quite catch him. But running that hard, it's hard to throw an accurate pass through that one just a little high on the sideline.
Wilson is 7 out of 14, 61 yards. Second down and 10 from the Alabama 24. Wilson gives it on the delay. Darby, not much there, no gain. Ryan Carl, Gerard Mayo. Tennessee has really done a number on Kenneth Darby today.
Came into the game, Darby did 491 yards shy of the school rushing record. He has had a history of slow starts in ball games, and Tennessee has really bottled him up nicely. No cutback lanes at all. He cuts back, and all he sees is more orange.
Well, good job by the front four and the outside linebacker Ryan Carl stretching that play out and making him cut back into the trash.
Third down and 9. Alabama at the 24-yard line. Just shy of the 25. Wilson back deep, caught, incomplete, and dropped. He had it. Cadell had it, but Jonathan Wade had him. He dropped the ball. It's 4th down, Alabama.
Yeah, that's just good coverage by Wade. It's a nice throw out there. I'm not so sure that Wade didn't get in there just a second early to break that play up, but makes a great play on the receiver. And they didn't quite convert. Now Alabama's got to punt the ball back, and Tennessee's got a chance for the last 5 minutes.
Fitzgerald will stand at his 10-yard line. He'll punt it to Hefty, who's standing on his 35. He drills it right to it. Low kick. He will return it. Down the right sideline, cuts back to the middle, dances to the 40, to the 42, after a 45-yard punt by Fitzgerald. And there's time on the field, 4:48 to be played in the first half. It's Alabama 3, Tennessee 3. We'll be back to Neyland Stadium in a moment. And we have 4:48 to go in the first half in a 3-3 game. Who will be the next football stars at Alabama or Tennessee? On the huddle for all the news on the top high school football players. 695. Ainge at quarterback. Tennessee first down, good field position. Play action. Ainge dumps it off to the tight end. That's Cottom to the 44. Brad Cottom. And he got a couple of yards. That's it.
Yeah, well, Chris Harris, the defensive end, did a good job. Cottom fakes the block on him and then tries to release. Well, the defensive end, Harris just released with him, made a nice tackle on the sideline.
Did a pretty good job of staying at home there. Didn't buy the play fake. And you've seen a couple of defensive linemen out there on the edge making tackles for Alabama so far.
They give Cottom 3. Second down and 7. Ainge straight drop. Over the middle. What a grab by Meacham. Meacham. I thought that one was going over his head, and he just reached up and grabbed that football. It's a first down, a pickup of 15 yards.
That's about the only place Eric could throw the ball. He's trying to throw it right over that linebacker. Good man coverage by Robinson. He's all over him. Got the slant pattern, but just an unbelievable catch by Meacham on a ball that was going on a rope.
Age back to throw again. Pressure. Pass. Picked off. Castile is going to get a touchdown. Simeon Castile. Age might be able to knock him out. He does inside the 10. Second interception for Alabama on the day, both of them by Simeon Castile. And Alabama has it first down inside the Tennessee 10-yard line.
Eric's trying to throw the ball to the left to Parker, I believe. No, to Smith. Just releases it high, and Smith doesn't give him much of an effort for it, and Castile's sitting there waiting on the gift.
Trying to tightrope the sideline. Ainge, a great job. You see him clearly stepping out of bounds just inside the 10. That's a huge play and a huge opportunity for this Alabama offense. Again, cannot settle for 3 here.
First down and goal to go. Alabama at the Tennessee 8-yard line. Wilson, Darby, sweeping left. Darby dropped inside the 10. He may have picked up a yard. Demetrius Morley and Jerron Mayo make the tackle on Darby.
Alabama's doing a good job up front controlling the front 4 guys, but the linebackers and the safeties are really coming up and supporting fast, and they're just not picking those guys up.
Very slow developing running play also, trying to get Darby to the outside. And as you said, Tennessee, the linebackers, the secondary reacting quickly, a lot quicker than Alabama is.
Yeah, you've got to have quick hitters down here.
Second down, Alabama at the 7. Wilson, plenty of time, dumps it over the middle. It's incomplete. Or is it a fumble? I haven't seen I
believe that's an incomplete pass.
Got to be an incomplete pass. LaRon McClain, the intended receiver. It's third down.
Not a good choice by Wilson there. It looked like McClain was covered by 2 guys. Not just 1, but 2. He just tried to dump it down to him. Tennessee could easily come out of there with that football.
Third down and goal, Alabama. The Tennessee 7-yard line. This crowd almost 107,000 strong, standing and cheering. And Wilson calls timeout.
Timeout, Alabama. That is their second charge timeout of this half.
Second timeout against Alabama this half. And that stops the clock. 2:36 to go in the first half. 2 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the first half. The Tennessee fans back on their feet. Alabama fans standing right there with it. Third down and goal at the 7-yard line. Wilson gives it to Darby. Darby's going to be stopped at the 3. It'll be fourth down for Alabama.
Trying to catch Tennessee maybe off guard just a little bit with the inside run on 3rd and long. Almost paid off, but now Mike Shula with a little decision to make outside the 1-yard line, 4th and goal.
Well, they gained too many yards on the play. You either score or you don't get down to the 1-yard line and make your coach make a decision like this.
Alabama players are saying go for it.
But they're going to kick it.
They're going to kick it. Jamie Christensen will come in and attempt a field goal that normally would be shorter than an extra point. 18 yards. And a penalty marker thrown. Too much time, but I don't think that's going to hurt. Or a timeout, one or the other. There was a penalty marker thrown in the end zone.
The timeout was called before the play clock ran out. Timeout, Alabama. That is their 3rd and final timeout.
You know, that's okay. I mean, in fact, that's good for Tennessee, really. They're going to kick this field goal most likely. Tennessee's going to get the ball back with a good minute and a half to do something with it. If they don't, if somebody doesn't call timeout, that's 15 or 20 seconds. It's gone. Cuts into Tennessee's time.
You wonder if the timeout will allow Mike Shula to listen to his players right now, or if he has firmly made up his mind to try this field goal.
You know, I don't know. I tell you what, when you're in a situation, Alabama-Tennessee game, back and forth, you definitely want to get something out of this turnover. And, you know, if it's 3 points, so be it. I don't know that you take a shot on the road like this of trying to get that yard and a foot, whatever it is.
Here's the interception again by Simeon Castile of Ames. As
I said, Castile was there to make the catch. His second of the day.
Fourth down inside the 2-yard line. This is Christensen. The kick is away, and it is good, and the two teams have equal last year's points. It's Alabama 6-3 with 1 minute 40 seconds to go in the first half. Alabama has retaken the lead 6-3 on a field goal by Christensen, and Christian Foster and LaMarcus Coker back deep to receive it. The kick fairly deep, 2 yards deep in the end zone. This is Coker coming out of there. He stopped at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that's the problem that you have. Sometimes you have running backs back there bringing it back. They got too much confidence in what they can do. That ball 3 yards deep in the end zone, you need the 20-yard liner at least to start a drive like this when you've got 1:29 left. Now you're backed up, and you got to be a little bit careful in this situation.
Ames has been picked twice today. Tennessee with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ames, draw play. Pretty good yardage, but
that play up, I'm telling you, you get the ball out past the 20, and David Cutcliffe's going to feel a little froggy right now. He's playing close to the vest.
Alabama out of timeout, so the Tide can't stop the clock, and Tennessee content, as you said, Pat, after the bad return bottled you up. Try and run it out if you can. If you break a long play, then you go into your 2-minute offense.
Exactly. You try. You know, if you break that run, then you get it going. If you don't, you're content to go in down 6-3.
Third down, 30 seconds to go. Ames quick. Left sideline. First down. Swain crosses the 35. And the clock will stop for the marking of the ball with 21 seconds to go. Juwan Simpson makes the tackle for Alabama.
You know, nice play, but you would think Swain, I guess we got a timeout, you would think that he would have tried to get out of bounds there.
Ticks left here in the first half. 6-3 Alabama leads. Tennessee's got the ball at the Volunteer 35. Play action. Ames. Chris Brown makes the tackle and gets out of bounds at the 41. 15 seconds to go. 6-yard pickup by Brown.
Couldn't take a shot.
First down. Play action again. Ames over the middle. Caught. Brett Smith. Stopped at the 40. The clock will stop for the marking of the football. 8 seconds left. Brett Smith, the receiver. Tennessee has 1 timeout left, and they call it right here. So,
Final timeout.
unless they score right here, I don't think they're going to be able to get a field goal now.
Doesn't look that way. It'd have to be something really quick on the sideline. But as I said before, it looks like Kine's going to play defense. It's not going to give them that play.
It would be a long field goal.
Well, the only way the clock is going to stop on a reception is going to be for the marking of the ball. Then they would have to down it. the sideline, underthrown and intercepted at the 10. This is Lionel Mitchell down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds at the 40, and that is the third interception for Eric Ames this half. And with that, the first half comes to a close. And Alabama leads Tennessee 6-3 here at halftime. 3-0 and 6-3, which is where we are at halftime. And as we look at the first half highlights, forget about a lot of offensive scoring, guys. It's defense.
Not a lot of running room for either side. 88 total yards on the ground between the two teams.
And then, of course, Tennessee, has turned the ball over 3 times on 3 Eric Ames interceptions.
Yeah, high throw there. Castile right there to pick it off. Ames does a good job of knocking him out and saving the touchdown, holding the 3 points.
And then, of course, there's the big gainer for Tennessee that set up the 1 field goal. Brett Smith picks up 36 yards.
Jimmy John's running hard as he has done all season long. Bama fans begging to see more of number 10 in the football game. He had a pretty good first half.
And your stats for the first half, pretty even. 47 rushing yards, Alabama. 41, Tennessee. Tennessee with a big edge in passing yards and a considerable edge. But those 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions have led to a 6-3 Alabama lead. And I would imagine 3 Eric Ames pass interceptions in 1 half. You're only down 3. Philip Fulmer's breathing a sigh of relief at that.
Probably. Well, one you can discount because it was into the first half, but the other 2 hurt because the first one they were in position to go in and score either a field goal or a touchdown. Instead, they get thwarted there, and the second one set up 3 points from Alabama.
Alabama will kick off to start the second half, leading at 6-3. LaMarcus Coker and Arian Foster back deep to receive the kick for Tennessee. Jamie Christensen will kick it off for the Crimson Tide. And we're set to go with the second half. Alabama in front 6-3. Another good kick by Christensen. This is Coker, a yard deep in the end zone. Coker out to the 15. Coker, penalty marker goes down as he crosses the 20. And somebody's blocking in the back, I would assume.
Rushed the ball 10 times in the first half, and 3 or 4 of those were in that give-up drive there at the end of the half. They're going exclusively to pass. They're going to have to find a way to move the football.
Coker starts at tailback. Ames has gone all the way at quarterback. Quick 3-step drop. Ames pass complete to Swain out to the 17. That's a pickup of about 5, maybe 6. Ramsey Robinson makes the tackle on Swain after the short gain.
Yeah, and it looks like Swain's down. He's had that bad leg, that bad ankle, and it appears he got it twisted that time on the tackle by Robinson.
Tennessee does not look good offensively in the game, but of course you're playing Alabama. So as I said, throw everything out the window. Missed field goal, punt, interception, field goal, interception, interception. And Swain is being attended to. Tennessee 2 receivers right. Ames and a penalty marker dropped.
Second half, and you want to be efficient, take the ball, drive it to the field. He ended up starting on the 10-yard line with 2 penalties.
Second down. Ames, quick drop, pass caught. This is Josh Briscoe, who gets it out to about the 17-yard line. Pretty good pickup that time, but it will be 3rd down and short for the Volunteers. Briscoe, 1 reception, 23 yards prior to that catch.
Alabama's secondary doing a great job of converging on the football.
The one big play Tennessee had in the first half was a result of a missed tackle. They've been pretty sure-handed these first 2 tackles of the second half.
Briscoe and Brett Smith wide left. Alabama faking a blitz. Ames is changing the play.
He knows he has man coverage here. He doesn't know if they're blitzing or not, but he knows he's got man.
Pass incomplete. Briscoe dropped it. The pass was thrown low. And we need a boomer here for Tennessee. And they get it blocked. It's still being way, it's going to roll to the 45. Alabama got a hand on it. Marcel Stamps gets the block. 36-yard punt, and it's amazing that he was able to get that one away.
Well, Stamps came right off of our right tackle, their left side.
First down, Alabama at the 45-yard line after the partially blocked Britton Colquitt punt. They give it to Darby, and he gets 2, maybe only a yard. He was averaging almost 84 yards per game. Today he's carried it 8 times for 6 yards prior to that carry. Xavier Mitchell makes the tackle. Welcome into the second half. Tennessee and Alabama. Randy Smith, David Crane, and Pat Ryan here with you at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Glad to have you with us on a beautiful fall afternoon. Second down, 9. Wilson back to throw. Tennessee coming. Pass caught. Gets away from one man. Tackled. But a flag has been dropped. And I think it's going to be against Tennessee.
It was a good play by Wilson, eluding the rush, making the play. Getting close to first down yardage. All for naught.
Second down, 20. Wilson, draw play. Darby to the 40. And it'll be third down at about 14 coming up. Ryan Carl makes the tackle after a 3-yard gain. Third and long upcoming for Alabama.
Seems like we've had a lot of third and longs in this ball game on both sides. A number of third and 9s, third and 10s. This is third and 15, possibly 16, depending on how they want to look at it.
Tough for Alabama because you had such good starting field position after the block punt, just shy in midfield, and you've gone in reverse.
Third down, 14. Wilson out of the shotgun. Tennessee's coming hard. Back at the 30-yard line. Xavier Mitchell, the first orange shirt to get him. It's a loss of 10.
Well, Tennessee showed zone and then jumped into man and brought some guys from the other side. Xavier Mitchell comes off the edge, his 3rd sack of the year. He's a good speed rusher. Beats the right tackle and gets to John Parker Wilson in the backfield.
3rd sack for the year for Xavier Mitchell. 4th down and a ton for Alabama. Jonathan Hefney back deep to receive the punt by Fitzgerald. He gets a good one away. Hefney will take it inside the 30. It's a block. Hefney, that's back to the left, still on his feet. Hefney at the 40. Hefney inside the Alabama 35. P.J. Fitzgerald saves the touchdown. But a great return by Jonathan Hefney puts Tennessee in good field position. First down and 10 inside the Alabama 35.
Yeah, Hefney does a great job, but I tell you what, he's not going to want to watch this film because there's one guy that could make the tackle on this play to prevent 6 points, and Hefney runs right at him, and it's the punter.
Couple of missed tackles by Alabama on special teams. Tide's been pretty good on coverage this year. Not that time. Second time today the Vols have had a big punt return, and what a flip of the field in a short amount of time. Vols backed up deep to start the half, block punt, but now with the big return they've turned it around on Alabama.
Well, defense had a big sack. You were thinking maybe that'll get them going. Then they get the big punt return and got great field position. Maybe they have to do something with this.
44-yard punt, 46-yard return. Ames flares it out to Meacham. Meacham inside the 30, picks up about 5. That's Brett Smith rather than Meacham. I can't tell the difference between a 3 or a 9 from up here. You got to help me, Pat.
Yeah, well, we're a little ways off. And they do look a lot alike. Tennessee has yet to run the football in this half. Going to a series of short passes. Alabama keeping everything in front.
Swain is back in the game, by the way, for Tennessee. Ames, second down and 6. Over the middle, batted in the air, incomplete, and a penalty marker has been dropped. And that's going to go against Alabama. Jason Swain was the intended receiver. Alabama played the entire first half with no penalties, and in the first 6 minutes plus of this half, they've had 2.
Good tight coverage by Robinson there on Swain on a little square in pattern. Just a little too tight. Apparently not. Wow.
Well, they waved it off after they talked.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty good defensive play. That could have gone either way.
Could have it. The thing that's amazing to me, and you guys have seen it probably as much as we have this year, how many flags have been picked up this year in the Southeastern Conference?
A lot.
Holding penalties that have been picked up mysteriously.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand? If you throw the flag, it means you saw something.
Felt like you saw something.
I saw him hold or I saw him interfere, so that's why I threw the flag. I didn't just throw the flag for the heck of it. You know, just
for the exercise.
To give you a little ray of hope here.
Well, Coach Fulmer's taking that up with one of the officials right now.
He's asking the same thing we're talking about.
3rd down 6. Big play for the Volunteers. The line of scrimmage, the Alabama 30-yard line. Ames out of the shotgun. Alabama coming hard. Ames gets it away. It's incomplete. Good defense by Alabama. Ramsey Robinson was defending against Jason Swain.
He's right there on his back. I don't know that was close to being interference, but another good breakup by Robinson because that ball's right on the money.
The Alabama secondary is getting a workout. As you said, Pat, Tennessee apparently has abandoned the run. Only 10 rushes, I think, in the first half. Throw here in the second half.
And that appeared to be interference, but I guess the guy said he already threw my flag once. I just, I don't want to do that again.
Wilhoit, who is 1 out of 2, is missed from 46. Will try to make it from 47. He gets it away. Got enough foot in it. And he missed. James Wilhoit has tied it up at 6 with a 47-yard field goal with 8:35 to go in the 3rd quarter.
For every Tennessee State Park.
Tied the game with a 47-yard field goal on the Volunteers' 2nd possession of this half. Capped off a 4-play, 5-yard drive. Of course, was aided by a 46-yard punt return by Jonathan Hefner.
Both these coaches have to be a little surprised, I think, at the score in this game. Tennessee obviously scoring a ton of points 2 weeks ago at Georgia, and Alabama's offense looked a little bit better in the second half against the Ole Miss Rebels. Thought they could score some points, but so far, we said in the open, General Nealon, Coach Bryant, probably with smiles on their faces right now.
They were loving it before it started. They're really loving it now.
But Tennessee comes in this game averaging 35 points a game, And then you get this. I mean, who expected it?
Rashad Johnson, Javier Arenas back deep for Alabama. Wilhoit will kick it. And he booms it, sidewinds it, bounces through the end zone. And Alabama will get it 1st down and 10 at the Crimson Tide 20-yard line.
Smokey caught that one.
What exactly is Smokey wearing?
A hula.
I don't know.
I think J.P. Mapu may have gotten it for it. Either a hula or some sort of Western wear. I'm not sure. Chaps. More than 6 quarters of play in this series. We're in the 7th quarter now. No touchdowns. 6-6 game. Wilson at the 20. Plenty of time. Everybody's covered. Wilson keeps it, gets good yardage to the 23, maybe the 24. Matt McLaughlin makes the tackle for Tennessee.
Good coverage downfield and a good decision by Wilson. Don't take a chance throwing it out there. Doesn't like what he sees. He saw he had a crack. He took it.
He had a little safety valve, Ron McClain, out in the flat. A couple times this year, though, he's run past the line of scrimmage and negated some big plays, and he's been a little more aware of that, a little wary of throwing very late on a snap like he was there.
2nd down and about 6.5. Wilson, flea flicker. Tennessee's chasing Wilson. Out of bounds he goes at the 25. Tennessee had that covered deep with 2 men as they were going to try to hit Will Oakley down the middle on that flea flicker, and it just didn't happen.
Well, exactly right. They threw the flea flicker trying to get Oakley down the middle, and they had DJ Hall out on the left sideline. But not only did they cover him well, they got great pressure on the pitch back to Wilson. He was just running for his life. He didn't have a chance to do anything.
Turk McBride almost beat the football back to John Parker Wilson on the flip back from Kenneth Darby.
Obviously a couple busts up in front.
Clock moving, under 7 minutes to go. 3rd down and 5 for Alabama. At the Crimson Tide 25-yard line. Wilson under pressure, dumps it in the air. It is loose, and it is incomplete. Antonio Gaines almost picked that one off after it was deflected near the line of scrimmage.
Tennessee really bringing the pressure in the second half on John Parker Wilson. Almost forced a critical mistake. And after the deflection, both Tennessee and Alabama had a chance to get that ball.
Yeah, he got hit. He hit somebody in the back with that ball. That was deflected off the back of one of his offensive linemen up in the air.
Fitzgerald again hits it deep. Hefney at the 30. Hefney still on his feet down the right sideline. And Alabama stops him. He almost broke that one, but better coverage that time for the Crimson Tide.
Well, Tennessee's getting great blocking up front on their punt returns from Marcellus Johnson back there. He's really doing a good job of walling off the gunners, giving Hefney a chance to make that first move.
Timeout. 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Tennessee 6, Alabama 6. We'll be back to Neyland Stadium in just a moment.
You send an email, you need to do it with eFanMail. You'll receive your very own email templates featuring the Tennessee Volunteers. When you sign up, you'll become eligible for weekly contests with prizes that include 2 tickets to see the Vols in action. eFanMail is easy to install and use. It plugs directly into web browsers and Outlook Express. Once you set up your subscription, you'll be able to choose from a variety of Tennessee email templates.
We're back. There's Smokey with a hula or whatever it is. I have no idea what that is. Chaps, orange and white chaps. Tennessee has the football at the 33-yard line of the Volunteers.
Xavier Mitchell bringing the heat, taking Wilson down. Good coverage by Robinson on the outside a number of times.
Tennessee 1st down and 10 at the 33. Haynes gives it to Hardesty. Big hole. Very close to 1st down goes Montario Hardesty. Jeffrey Jukes and Juwan Simpson make the tackle for Alabama.
Good hole. Tennessee suckered them into this. I guarantee they thought we were going to throw it. Good hole on the right side. Good cut back, and Hardesty took it north and south.
10 yards. 1st down Tennessee at the 43. Haynes. Hardesty again. Nothing there. Alabama just stopped that middle up.
I mean, really, so far, neither one has.
2nd down 11. And in motion to the near side is Meacham. Play action. Flips it to Meacham, who spins away down the sideline, stepped out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Juwan Simpson made the tackle, but Alabama may think he stepped out before he got to the 40.
I don't care where he stepped out. This is one heck of a move. This is Bruce Pearl's been proud of this one. That's a good little reverse move. He had a basketball in his hand. He'd have jammed it.
What balance to go up and make that catch and then keep your feet and spin away from trouble.
Yeah.
13-yard pickup. 1st down at the Alabama 40. 11 1st downs in the game for Tennessee. Only 5 for Alabama. Haynes busted play. Rolling left. Keeps it. Turns the corner. Slides down for no gain. And he wisely slid down before Simeon Castle lit him up.
But he could tell the minute that he faked something was wrong. And just tried to make the best out of nothing.
2nd down, 2 receivers right, 1 left for Tennessee. Haynes, quick drop. Right side. Fumble the football. Picked up by Briscoe finally. Briscoe fumbled it and then fell on it. Ramsey Robinson was right there defending, and now Tennessee faced with a 3rd down and long at the Alabama 37.
Emma came with the pressure. Man coverage outside. And a great job by Briscoe to fall on that loose ball.
There's the defensive coordinator, Joe Kynes.
He has made a few trips to Knoxville in his career.
Tennessee on 3rd down conversions, 4 out of 9. Alabama sending the blitz. There's the pass caught by Meacham. He's going to be stopped
he got
shy.
a horrible spot.
First down.
Didn't give him his forward motion. Gave him where he knocked him out of bounds.
4th down and 1. Let's take another look here. He's short, but he's shorter than he should be. 4th down and about a foot. Decision time, and Tennessee wants to talk about it. Timeout with 3:35 in the 3rd.
That was their first charge timeout of this half.
Well, he got a bad spot, but I still think it was going to be short.
Yeah, I think
down.
it might have been just a little short, but Philip Fulmer is still talking about it.
Timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Tennessee will be charged with their timeout.
Well, Tennessee challenged the marking of the ball on the last play, but the ruling stood. Tennessee had called a timeout anyway.
He needed to get to the 30. And initially, Pat and I was thinking the same thing. Where that official was standing, I thought it was a terrible spot. Then he put it down right as you see at the divot he made.
Well,
and just too hard to overturn that if indeed he did pick up a little more yards than they thought.
And I don't know if they had a look that was right down the line of scrimmage. I don't know what the other TV monitors had. I don't know if they really had a good look at it from that angle. It did look like he made it.
Tennessee's completed, or actually converted, 50% of their 4th down tries. They're 3 of 6. It's 4th down and about a foot, maybe less than a foot. Alabama, Ames didn't get it. Unless the surge right there. No, they gave him a terrible mark again.
That time Alabama was ready for the quarterback sneak. The Vols did it on 3rd and short in the first half, but Alabama really bunched things up in the middle, and just no surge really by that Tennessee offensive front.
Well, they just stoned him. I thought second effort, that second surge was going to get him past the mark, but he just
didn't make it. He just
couldn't get there.
Yeah.
Just a great defensive stand by Bama.
6-6, 3:25 left in the 3rd. A lot of time left. Alabama first down at the Crimson Tide 30. Wilson, play action, keeps it up the middle. Tennessee stuffs him at the 31. JT Mapu makes the tackle. He picked up a yard.
Tide fans, I imagine Tennessee fans do too. Maybe not quite as much. Throw to the tight end. When are you going to throw to the tight end?
Oh, gosh.
He had the tight end wide open down the middle of the field there, but hurried just a little bit, tucked it and ran.
You know, he's gotten some pretty good pressure and got knocked around a little bit, and it looks as though he's getting a little jumpy back there. But you're right. Tennessee fans have been screaming for the tight end for years.
Good. Glad to know it.
2nd down 9. Wilson back to throw. Dumps the screen off here. It's good yardage ahead. That is the tailback, Jimmy Johns, out near midfield. First down, Alabama. The Crimson Tide 47. Darby is back in at tailback. Wilson, play action. Tennessee coming hard again. He throws it way up in the air. And a penalty marker has been dropped. Was the ball caught?
Yes.
Caught by Alabama.
Holy cow. few this year. None more so than that one. Hanging that one really up for grabs, and DJ Hall has done that a few times. Come back to a ball that was underthrown. Now a discussion about the play.
Pass interference against Tennessee.
Well, it was great coverage. They had him covered all the way. Antoine Stewart was there. I don't know who else was there.
Previous play is under further review.
But he essentially throws a pop fly up the middle of the field, and the play is covered very well, and somehow he comes out of the mess with the football.
The play is under review.
I don't know that he's got the football.
No, he doesn't have the football. I mean, unless he's got it on his shoulder.
He's got it on a Tennessee player's helmet, it appears. I don't know how you call this.
He's got it. Tennessee comes in and ties him up. And by rule, a tie, like in baseball, goes to the runner. Joint possession like that will go to the offense.
He caught that ball on top of Jonathan Hefney's helmet, and that's how
he was able to hang.
He was able to keep possession of it.
Tyrone Prothro last year against Southern Miss, catching it against the back of one of the Golden Eagles.
Well, this one is going to be a decision for all time, I guarantee you.
It's either
way,
a big gain for Alabama or a first down because of the penalty.
Right.
The ruling on the field stands. Completed catch. First down.
What a catch by DJ Hall. That's all I got to say, fellas. A tremendous play.
Just a great play by DJ Hall, because you couldn't cover it any better outside of knocking the football down or picking it off.
And I don't know how big the rabbit's foot is in the back of John Parker Wilson's pocket, but that's an all-time break there. Desperation heave, and somehow DJ Hall bailed him out.
First down and 10 at the 12-yard line. End around. They give it to Hall, and Tennessee knocks him out of bounds inside the 10.
On this drive, Jimmy Johns and DJ Hall are the two biggest playmakers really out there on the field right now for the Crimson Tide.
And Jimmy Johns is not in the ball game at the moment. I would think Darby may see the ball here.
Second down and 5. Darby dancing to the right, down to the 1-foot line. It'll be first down and goal, Alabama. And that is the best run all day for Kenneth Darby.
And that's why he still gets the touches in the second half, despite the fact he has gained virtually nothing all day. A little bit of a push by the offensive line, but Darby did a lot of that on his own.
You know, he just found a crack there on the outside the right guard and bounced it out.
First down and goal, Alabama. Minute 10 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee trying to stop it. McClain and Castile are the two setbacks. They give it to the second man. Touchdown, Alabama! And that breaks the record, or breaks the streak of 6, almost 7 quarters without a touchdown in the series.
That's a special run for Tim Castile. 2 years ago, he played a whale of a game, only to see his season come to an end on a devastating knee injury in the fourth quarter here in Knoxville. The jumbo package, nothing fancy, straight ahead power football, and Castile collects his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
Christensen will attempt to make it a 7-point game. The extra point attempt is on its way, and it's good. With 58 seconds to go in the third quarter, Alabama has broken through as they score the first touchdown in 2 years in this series. It's now 13-6, Alabama.
Simeon Castile's name has been called a lot today. His brother, older brother Tim, finally finds that checkerboard end zone for the Crimson Tide. That is his 19th career rushing touchdown.
Well, there's Tim Castile. Got the touchdown on a 1-yard run, put Alabama up 13-6.
Just the 7th rushing touchdown of the year for this Alabama offense, and he's got 4 of the 7. Christensen
will kick it off. It'll be Hooker and Foster back deep to receive it again for Tennessee.
It always seems to start with defense. Alabama coming up with that stop on 4th and inches, and the offense maybe feeding off that surge of adrenaline, able to take it in for a touchdown.
Here's Christensen's kick, a high booming kick, taken at the 1, actually a yard deep in the end zone by Coker. Sidesteps a man, gets out to the 23. Pretty good return by Coker. A yard deep in the end zone, that's a 24-yard return. 9 yards, 2-yard run by Tim Castile gets the touchdown. Took 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Well, Alabama's secondary has done a great job of keeping everything in front of them just half. About every pass Eric Gage has thrown has been into the 5 to 8 to 10-yard variety, and they've been stopped pretty much on the catch. So you got to figure out a way to get behind them.
Haynes sweeping left side. Foster stopped for a loss of 4. Alabama just stuck Arian Foster.
That's the redshirt freshman Prince Hall, SEC Freshman of the Week after a career-high 8 tackles last Saturday in Bama's win over Ole Miss.
Yeah, Tennessee blocked everybody else pretty well, but Prince Hall reads that play, beats the block to the point of attack, and makes a tackle.
24 tackles on the year for Prince Hall coming into the game. 2nd down, 13. Loss of 3.
That's the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. Alabama, as we enter the 4th quarter of play, has scored to lead Tennessee 13-6. And we'll be back to Neyland Stadium in Knoxville in a moment.
Welcome
To play. Outdoor enthusiasts know the biggest catch of the day can be made from the comfort of the couch. Catch 2 hours of hunting and fishing programming weekend mornings on CSS. Visit cssdashboards.com for a complete lineup. Eric Haynes certainly has not had Heisman-type numbers today, has he?
No, 3 interceptions. One, like I said, really doesn't count, but the first 2 do. Leads to 3 points and takes away at least 3 or 7 points.
First down at 10, Tennessee at the 20. Haynes back to throw, fires it over the middle, caught by Brett Smith. He crosses the 35 and has a volunteer first down. 17-yard pickup.
And that's a good first down play. Haynes does a good job of letting Smith clear coming across the middle. He beat the man-to-man coverage. Hits him coming from the other side. Makes a nice catch in the slot.
First down, Tennessee. Line of scrimmage now. The volunteer 38. Haynes back to pass. Right side. It is. I have no idea who that one was intended for. Brett Smith. Lucas Taylor and Brett Smith wide right, Beecham wide left. Alabama with 3 on the defensive front right here. Haynes gets it inside. That's Foster. Out to about the 43, 44. Juwan Simpson makes the tackle. It will be 3rd down upcoming for the Volunteers. Here, look at your stats. Tennessee leading in total yards. Time of possession, Alabama with the lead. Rushing yards, Tennessee only 47 to 60 for Alabama.
Yeah, they only had 41 at halftime.
3rd and 5. Big play for the Volunteers, who are 4 of 10 in 3rd down conversions. Pass incomplete. Great defense by Alabama. Brett Smith was the intended receiver, and guess who was defending? Simeon Castile.
And Castile guy, he's all over the place.
He's had far and away his best game of the season, and I'm not sure if this pass is on target, but it's going to be enough for a first down because of that good coverage by Simeon Castile.
Well, I think if he catches that ball, if it's down where he can catch it, I don't believe he gets first down anyway because Castile was there to make the play a couple yards short.
Colquitt will punt, standing inside his 30. Back deep for Alabama, standing inside his 15. Is a was no signal of a fair catch.
He didn't call a fair catch. There is no halo rule in college football. This can be very interesting. I thought it may have been a block in the back that forced the contact with Arenas.
Well, you said earlier, there it is. Arenas never calls for a fair catch, and I think he's going to learn sooner or later. He's young.
He's taken 2 or 3 of those right in the chops. And that's very, very dangerous. This deep in your own territory.
Well, I'd guarantee you, Coach doesn't care as much about his health as he does keeping home that football down there.
Absolutely.
Well, it's up to the Tennessee
During the
defense.
return, illegal block in the back, number 12 on the receiving team. After this is goal, first down.
And a timeout on the field, 13:40 to go. Here's a look. Well, the block was number 36. That's Eric Gray for Alabama. And Alabama will get the football when we come back inside their own 10-yard line. Stay with us. We'll be back to Neyland Stadium in Knoxville in just a moment. Alabama's got the ball and the lead. 13:30 to go in the ball game. A lot of time left, and they have it at their own 7. First down. Wilson hands it straight ahead. Darby to the 10, picked up 2, maybe 3. It'll be second down. Antonio Reynolds makes the tackle for Tennessee.
This is an important series for the Tennessee defense. We're coming into 13 minutes. Offense really hasn't been able to decipher Alabama's defense. They need to stop them on this series so they can get a short field.
Second down. About 8. Wilson back to throw. Throws it incomplete. Intended for Hall. Jonathan Wade was defending. And it'll be third down and 8 for Alabama.
He had him out there. He had Hall on the sideline route. He gets that ball down. That is a first down. He was open right there in front of Jonathan Wade. At first down yards, ball just flew over his head.
Overshot him a little bit. Tennessee really has done a nice job of getting more and more pressure on John Parker Wilson here in the second half.
Alabama only 3 for 11. They got 2 of their first 3 in third down conversions. Third down, about 7.5, maybe 8. The draw play. Darby hit. Still on his feet, is going to be short of the first down, but not by a lot. It'll be fourth down and 1, maybe 2. Darby tackled by Gerard Mayo. And Alabama will punt it away with 12:20 to go in the ball game.
And nice draw play. Darby does a good job of running through a tackle. But Mayo's there to wrap him up just short of the first down marker and get the punt that Tennessee needed.
Fitzgerald will stand at his goal line. Fourth down, about 2. Fitzgerald gets it away. High spiral. Penalty markers go down. Alabama gets the ball, but that's coming back because you got to give him a chance.
I think they're going to call interference on Alabama, but I'm not so sure it wasn't another block in the back on Tennessee that may have caused that one.
I don't know. Evney got drilled. I know that before the ball got there.
Absolutely. There's no questioning that.
Well, there is no halo rule, but you have to allow them time. You have to allow them to catch the ball.
Right.
And they did not do that.
Exactly.
Whether they calls for the fair catch or not, you got to give them a chance to catch it.
Whether he was blocked into him, I don't know. He kind of plowed right through
Kick catch
him.
interference. Number 24, the kicking team, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
Marquise Johnson was the guilty party for Alabama, but that's a big break for Tennessee as they move the football all the way down to the Alabama 43-yard line. And with 11:36 to go in the game, great field position now for Tennessee. And Mike Shula still questioning. 13-6, Alabama with the lead, and I think we have finally sorted things out. Let's take another look at it. This is Castile with a great interception right there in the pass.
He's going to get some more.
It's at the 43-yard line of Alabama. Tennessee first down. Eric Ainge dumps it out on the left side. Meacham to the 36. That's very, very good yardage. Close to a first down, but not quite.
Yeah, and a good hit by Castile on the sideline. He comes up, catches Meacham as he turns up the sideline, hits him right in the face.
That was Brett Smith, too.
Brett Smith, okay. Same problem you had in the first half. Sorry.
That 3 looks an awful lot like a 9.
I know how it sounds as an Alabama fan. It could be the colors.
Yeah, the colors. Yeah. Second down, about 2. Pass caught. Complete. First down. Inside the 30. Lucas Taylor makes the reception. It's a first down for the Volunteers, and that stops the clock. 10:38 to go. The line of scrimmage now, the Alabama 28-yard line. Castile came to play today, guys.
They made another tackle on that play.
First down and 10. Volunteers driving now inside the 30. Eric Ainge. Pass caught by Briscoe. Sidesteps one man inside the 20. Has another first down. Josh Briscoe stopped by Jeffrey Dukes, among others, for Alabama.
Well, you've got 10 minutes in the ball game. Well, we really had a whole second half. Tennessee has just abandoned the run. They to heck with it. We're putting it in the air. I think David Cutcliffe feels his receivers against man-to-man coverage. My best against your best, I think I can beat you. And I think that's his plan, and that's what he's sticking with.
Ainge has thrown to 8 different receivers today in this game. First down at the Alabama 20, or actually the 16. Ainge in trouble. Dumps it off on the right side. Foster with the sidearm. Foster inside the 15. Picks up about 5 of what looked like a disastrous play. Prince Hall makes the tackle for Alabama.
Terrence Jones had a shot at him to drop him for a loss. Couldn't quite track him down, and that is a heck of an effort to turn what was going to be a negative into a positive.
Yeah, that's making some chicken salad right there, because there was nothing there.
It's at the 12-yard line. Second down and 6 after a 4-yard pickup. Ainge gives it to Foster. Foster inside the 10. Good yardage, but it will be third down upcoming for Tennessee. Juwan Simpson tackles Foster for Alabama.
At this rate, that's almost considered a trick play, handing it off.
Yeah, it is. Now. You know, that was the old stretch play. You don't see Tennessee run that much. You know, that's what the Colts run all the time. Big, long stretch play and zone blocking. Foster got it, and then got a few yards out. Now we got a big third down here. You got to think Tennessee may be in 4-down territory.
Third down and 4. Alabama leads it 13-6. Ainge changing the play. 3-step drop. Incomplete. Defending on the play for Alabama, pass attempted for Brett Smith was number 3 for the Crimson Tide.
The quick outs, the quick slants. They're not letting them get the slants. They're throwing to the quick outs, and they're right on top of them.
And once again, it was Simeon Castile who came on the blitz that time.
Fourth down and 4. Wilhoit will attempt the field goal from 27 yards away. He's already made one from there today already. The kick is up and it's good. And with 8:19 to go in the football game, Tennessee has cut Alabama's lead by 3. It's still Alabama 13, Tennessee 9. And 8 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the ball game. And we'll be back to Neyland Stadium in just a moment. Tennessee trailing Alabama 13-9. 8:18 to go, and following the third field goal in 4 tries today for James Wilhoit. As you look at the scoring drive, he will kick off, and it'll be Arena miss. And Rashad Johnson back deep to receive for the Crimson Tide. Will Hoyt teeing it up. And he booms it really deep. This is going to be about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and Arenas decides to stay put. First down and 10 Alabama for the Crimson Tide out at their 20-yard line. Well, it's been a typical Tennessee-Alabama football game. Forget about all the offensive stats. Forget about everything else. It's been a great, great defensive struggle.
You know, that's what you expect out of every Alabama-Tennessee football game. Sometimes you don't get it. More often than not, you do.
8 minutes now, under that to go. Wilson, who's gone all the way at quarterback, dropping straight back. Throws it deep down the sideline. Caught and out of bounds is DJ Hall. And a big first down for Alabama.
Exactly.
A pickup of 19 out to the 39-yard line. Wilson gives it to Darby. Darby running right. Stopped at the 40. Gains 1. And that's it. Kenneth Darby. Stopped by Antoine Stewart.
Time and time again, it looks like they've got something going with the running game. It appears there's something there, and all of a sudden, a flash from the secondary or linebackers comes up to stop the play for no gain or a relatively short gain.
Just observing from up here a layman's eye, that's a lot of white jerseys in front of him to only pick up 2 yards.
Darby averaging less than 2 yards a carry. Second down, 8. John Parker Wilson throwing it down the left side. He's got a man there. It's incomplete. And it will be third down and 8. Intended for DJ Hall, and Jonathan Wade was right with him step for step.
Yeah, that was a good throw. DJ Hall had a step on Jonathan Wade. He makes it up at the last second. And as the ball comes down, Wade's got his hands on him a little bit. Got away with one there, I believe. No flag. Of course, I think they forgot to have to throw those interference flags earlier on. But now it's another third and long for Alabama. Big play for Tennessee's defense.
Under 7 minutes to go. Third down and 8. Jimmy Johns is in the game. Wilson over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Oakley. And Oakley ran right into Marvin Mitchell. It'll be fourth down, Alabama. 6:52 to go.
Well, got good pressure on the blitz, and Oakley ran right into Ryan Carl, I believe. Carl ran into him. I couldn't tell. No flag. Brings up a fourth down punt from Alabama.
Fitzgerald punting it away. He's done an awfully good job for Alabama. High kick. They're going to let it bounce, and it bounces out of bounds at the Tennessee 30. That was not a really good kick. It got a terrible bounce for Alabama. A 29-yard punt. Good field position for Tennessee with 6:40 to go in the game. Mike Shula looking for his first, or actually his second win over Tennessee in 3 tries. And Coach Philip Fulmer, the Volunteers, trying to go 6-1. Either way, the winner of this game automatically becomes bowl eligible, by the way. I want to mention that.
Tennessee certainly with an eye on Florida the rest of the way, hoping the Gators will stumble again. And if the Vols can make their way to Atlanta, the road for the Crimson Tide much, much tougher. Thanks to the Arkansas Razorbacks, the surprising Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Tennessee's got a pretty tough road ahead. There's South Carolina, Arkansas.
You'll get to see those surprising Arkansas Razorbacks.
We get to see them also. So,
College football coverage will be kicking off Thursday at 8. Well, Tennessee with good field position, a lot of time. They have 2 timeouts, but they need to get down the field and get something here.
they need to decipher Joe Kynes here on this series. Is what
he has done a whale of a job. John Chavis, his counterpart on the Tennessee side, holding Alabama to 13 points. He's got to be pretty pleased, as you said, with his defense, especially these last two series.
If you had told me with 6 minutes to go in the game, Alabama would have 13 points, I would have said Tennessee would be up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, that's the way Tennessee's offense had appeared coming into this game. But as you said before, you got Alabama, Tennessee, you throw it all out the window.
First down, Eric Ames. Arian Foster's in the backfield with him at tailback. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Ames. Ames back to throw. Good protection. Dumps it over the middle. Chris Brown has it past the 35. Good pickup. Short of the first down, obviously. But that was Foster rather than Brown.
Well, good concept there. What they have is Foster staying in the block if Alabama brings the blitz. If they doesn't, he drops over the football, giving Ames an outlet in case he doesn't find something else he likes. That's a good 7-yard gain on first down. Sets you up. You can do about anything you want on a 2nd and 3.
Ames 23 of 39, 244 yards. Most of them this half. Pumps once. Brett Smith with a reception. And they mark it incomplete. Ames, 3rd down and 3. Alabama faking a blitz. Or will they bring it? Nope. Incomplete. And the penalty marker's been dropped. That one will cost Alabama. Lucas Taylor, the intended receiver, and Jeffrey Dukes had a hand on him before that ball got there. 2 receivers left, 2 right for Tennessee. 1 setback, that's Arian Foster. Ames rolling right, steps up, throws it, caught inside the Alabama 35. Robert Meacham with a first down, Tennessee.
Well, Meacham has shown in this ball game why he is one of the top receivers in the country. Does a great job eluding coverage by Dukes on that play. Ames does a good job himself, stepping up in front of the pressure, throwing the ball up his front foot. Meacham had lost the safety and got open on the sideline. Another big first down.
Dukes a little slip, and that's what cost him on the coverage.
25-yard pickup, first down at the Alabama 32-yard line. Tennessee needs 6.
This is a position on the field you got to be ready for anything.
Alabama blitzing. Ames throwing right. Caught by Meacham at the 27 of Alabama.
Dukes is claiming that he didn't catch the football and he's getting a little help over there, but
Tennessee brings it out. Receiver to the far right is Meacham. Brett Smith. Taylor to the left. Ames. Screen, right side. Foster. Foster goes out of bounds. Very close to a first down. Juwan Simpson made the tackle. We'll have to see where they mark it. It's going to be short by inches.
That's a good call by David Cutcliffe. Alabama's dropping back in coverage zone, and they drop off the screen at the outside. Simpson does a good job of stopping this, because if he doesn't get Foster's got another 10 or 15 yards maybe.
Well, the spot was not a good one. Tennessee now 3rd down and about a yard. Ames rolling right, dumps it off to Foster. Foster inside the 10, first down, Tennessee. Arian Foster.
Well, Alabama thinks you're going to jam the football up at them because they know you need to get this 3rd and 1 because you've had trouble in short yardage. They do a good job. Foster, excellent. He's coming to block. Slips out of the backfield. Ames just flips it to him. Up the sideline.
Another great call by David Cutcliffe.
First and goal.
Catching Alabama by surprise, and now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the Alabama 8. Tennessee's been down here before and had to settle for a field goal. Foster up the middle to the 6. Not much there. Prince Prince Hall makes the tackle.
Prince Hall's a load.
He is a big young man.
Line of scrimmage is between the 6 and the 7. Second down and goal. Ames rolling left. Rolling left. Throwing. Caught. Touchdown. Big Orange. No signal.
His body was in the end zone. I don't know if the ball ever made it.
Oh, my goodness. It's at the 1-foot line.
Looked like he had to come back just a little bit toward the football, and that maybe is what kept him out of the end zone.
And it's third down inside the 1. Here's a look.
Oh, that's touchdown.
My word. Goodness gracious.
And now they'll review it.
Yep.
Now, this will be TV reviewing it. Is that right?
And
Yeah.
worth noting, the last review was not an Alabama challenge. Thomas Ritter said the officials buzzed down and said, we're going to look at that. It is not an Alabama challenge, so Mike Shula will still have his challenge if he needs it the rest of the way.
So is that what's happening here?
This is an official review.
He's over.
I'd like to see it from the other side.
That's the key. His backside and his legs were well into the end zone. But it's all about the football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. It's got to be.
Everybody taking looks and looks. And also some question, did he hang on to it? I think he may have.
That ball came through his
rolled
hands.
down his leg, and I think he may have held on to it. And that may be what cost him the touchdown if that's how they rule it.
Be interesting to see if they say, here we go.
The ruling on the field stands. It'll be third down.
Obviously not.
Well, Tennessee's got to go 6 inches. They got 2 downs to do it. If you can't do it, you don't deserve to win in a game like this one.
Well, that's true, but you've already gone once, so you think.
Third down and goal. Ames gives it to Foster. Touchdown! Big Orange!
Turn around, hand it to your tailback, and he goes airborne, and he gets just enough.
Yep. An important extra point here by Wilhoit. Wilhoit, West will snap. Casey Woods will hold. And it is perfect. 3:28 to go. And Tennessee has the lead for the first time in the ball game, 16-13. Bama has all 3 timeouts and a ton of time.
Well, you know, with 3 minutes and 28 seconds, if you're driving to score, you're probably not going to need to use your timeouts. You know, you have to use 1 or 2, but that's plenty of time to move the ball down the field if you're going to be throwing it, which I assume they will be.
Special teams always such a key ingredient, it seems, in this game. And it'll be big on special teams here. Tennessee wants the kickoff through the end zone. Alabama would love to be able to break a return and set up some field position to start this very important drive.
Well, against Georgia, they did a great job of kicking it into the corner, kicking it deep, and bottling up the return team. The one time they kicked it in the middle of the field, what happened? 99 yards the other way. So
less than 3.5 minutes left in what has been a classic Tennessee-Alabama game. Arenas and Johnson back deep to receive the kick from Wilhoit.
And this is a loud stadium at the moment.
First down and 10 for the Crimson Tide. It's so loud I cannot even hear myself.
First time all day really the fans have been into it like this. Pressure situation for the Tide. Mike Shula in his still fairly brief coaching career looking for his first fourth quarter come from behind win.
And the same for John Parker Wilson.
Wilson, first and 10, Alabama at the 20. Wilson back to throw. Tennessee coming after him. Wilson rolling right. Tennessee's got him at the 20. Xavier Mitchell, no gain for Alabama.
Well, he ran away from the X-Man earlier in the ball game. I think it made him mad because he does a good job of spinning off his block and chasing him down and just catching his foot at the last second to hold him to no gain.
Second down and 10. The clock continues to run. Wilson back to throw. Tennessee's got everybody covered. Wilson rolling right. Throws it. It is incomplete. Nikita Stover, the intended receiver.
That's just coverage. That's just coverage because he's got plenty of time to throw. Pressure wasn't that great until later on in the play. He just can't find any place to go with the football at the moment.
2 straight plays. He's had time, but just nowhere to deliver the football.
Bama, 3 out of 13 in third down conversions. They got 2 of their first 3. Tennessee. Wilson again throwing incomplete. Batted away by Antoine Stewart. And Jonathan Hefty. It's 4th down, Alabama.
He tried to come late to DJ Hall on the sideline. Just a little too late because he was open. But at last look, Hefty breaks on the ball and gets here at the same time as the football.
Alabama will punt it away with all 3 timeouts, despite the fact only 2:12 to play.
Well, that's why they're punting. They do know they got 3 timeouts. Here's the punt. Fitzgerald, a high kick. It's fairly short. Tennessee watches it bounce, and it bounces near the Volunteer 40. Another bad punt that time by Fitzgerald. A 33-yarder. His last one was only 29 yards.
Yeah, that's a killer. The last 29-yarders set him up in decent field position. That really hurts because Tennessee can run 3 or 4 plays and then still kick Alabama deep and they'll have to go 80 or 90 yards.
First down, Tennessee. Let's look at the quarterback numbers. Eric Ainge has had 300 yards, 3 picks, all of them in the first half, 27 of 45.
Yes, it was.
And a flag has been dropped near the Tennessee huddle.
Tennessee was shuffling.
Yep. 1:47 to go. Arian Foster, the lone setback. Tennessee with two tight ends. They give it to Foster, sweeping left. In trouble. Dropped back. A loss of about 2, maybe 17. Haynes gives it to Foster. Straight ahead. Good yardage, but he still has not made it back to the original line of scrimmage. Alabama calls timeout, so now they have one left with 1:36 to go.
Alabama.
Ball game. All right, 3rd down and 12. 2 setbacks, 1 receiver. Haynes back to throw. Over the middle, caught. Chris Brown, no gain. Corey Anderson, the fullback, made inside the Tennessee 35 to punt it away. 1:29 left.
Bama looks like they're going to come after this one.
There they are. Colquitt gets it away. It's a boomer. Taken at the 10 by Arenas. And Tennessee snows him under at the 10-yard line. 42-yard kick by Colquitt. And Lucas Taylor down there to stop Arenas. So Alabama, with no timeouts left, has 1:19 seconds to go. A long way for a game-time field goal attempt. And the clock starts to move right now. Wilson, Tennessee coming hard, back over the middle, pass caught at the 22-yard line. It's 2nd down and about 2. Under a minute to go. Wilson. Pass is complete and out of bounds. Oakley makes the reception. I think he has the first down.
45-yarder. It came on the last play of what was the 2005 season, the game winner at the Cotton Bowl.
51 seconds to go. Alabama is out of timeouts. Wilson and a penalty marker. Tennessee may have jumped offside. It's out to the 28-yard line. Clock starts. 48 seconds. Parker back to throw. Over the middle. Tennessee stops him at the 40. It's another Alabama first down.
Well, they need about 30 yards from this point to get in realistic field goal range.
Sack back at the 30-yard line. Who got him? Tennessee's Antonio Reynolds.
And that's a huge sack by Reynolds. That knocks Alabama back, eats up a lot of time. We're into 20 seconds.
20 seconds left. Wilson throwing incomplete out near midfield. That stops the clock with 14 seconds, and it will be 3rd down and 20.
And Wilson went down hard again.
Backbreaker for Alabama here. You had it out to the 40. You were trying to get something going, but the sack beating Chris Capps, the right tackle, that may prove to be the final nail.
Reynolds put on a heck of a spin move to move inside. Wilson didn't know he was there until it was too late.
Wilson back to throw. Tennessee's got him back at the top of the 25-yard line. Clock moving, 5 seconds. Gerard Mayo gets it, and Tennessee has beaten Alabama 16-13. Tennessee's defensive front came hard time after time, and they got it done when they needed it late in the game.
They really did. The whole second half, they put a lot of pressure on Wilson. None more so than in that last series when they really needed to put the pressure on. Reynolds gets the big sack, and then Mayo at the end of the game.
Timeout. Actually, the game is over. We'll be back to recap it for you. 16-13, the final score. Won 2 years ago. And Pat Ryan, this is another classic Tennessee-Alabama game.
This was a great football game. A lot of great defense in this game on both sides. Alabama did a super job of playing cat and mouse with Tennessee's offense and essentially dominated them through most of the football game until the last series, the last possession where Tennessee really needed to go down and score a touchdown, and they got that done. But for the most part, great defense from them and great defense from Tennessee.
David Crane, thanks for being with us. Enjoyed it. Great job.
Always a pleasure, guys.
All right. Tennessee wins coming from behind to beat Alabama 16-13 this afternoon at Neyland Stadium. For David Crane and Pat Ryan, I'm Randy Smith. So long, everybody.
For every Tennessee State